All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to another MLB The Show 25 stream here on Twitch. I'm NextJGGen24. Excuse me, that was my lunch. And today we're going to continue on with Phillies' road to the show. He and the Philadelphia Phillies kicked off the 2026 season. Unfortunately, not having a great series against the Toronto Blue Jays, but they are going up against the Miami Marlins and then the New York Mets to round out the first month of April. So an opportunity here for the Phillies to get their record back up and hopefully build a gap between them, the Mets, and the Braves in the NL East division. So that's it. Let's get right into it. Looks like we're going up against Yuri Perez to start off the 4-game series. So where are they highlighting with Phil Lee? 9 home runs. Currently leads the National League with 9 home runs right now. He leads in a lot of categories, including MVP voting right now, which is pretty good for him. Because he's outpacing Juan Soto right now. And not to mention, Shohei Ohtani hasn't even popped up. Oh, all right, they're off to a rough start. A 4-0 deficit. Well, little by little, you got to come back from that.
No balls, 1 strike.
Jeez, Lee. You have to swing at the strikes and let the balls go elsewhere. Or you have to let the balls go past you. Can't talk to the... Oh, jeez. Alright, well, I'll send some prayers. I'll send some thoughts and prayers for your dad. Hopefully he'll recover from whatever it is that landed him in the hospital. I'm so sorry to hear that. And unfortunately, the lead grew even more, 6-0, so... Well, at least we'll get the out here, so that's good. Now it looks like we finally have an opportunity to drive in a run. Early and on top. Ooh, he's also leading the Phillies with RBIs. I don't know if he's doing that right now. Or if he's doing that
Ball 1.
in the league, but... You know, doing it on the Phillies is a pretty impressive accomplishment. I know it's early on in the season and everything, but still, you can't help but marvel at it. Hold on, I'm gonna wipe off my glasses a little bit here. Try to see if I could see. There we go. Dan Myers have a game. Or Dane Myers. I think that's Dane, not Dan. Nice catch. Yeah, we saw Lee in the last stream do a couple of those catches. Oh, so the Phillies did get on the board. The only problem is that the Marlins tacked on 3 more runs, so... Not looking like a good game for Philly here. not looking like a good game for Phil Lee either. In fact, I think he may be going hitless in this one. Oh, I think he's going to get one more opportunity. Yep, one more. All right, so one last chance. Maybe he can, at least salvage this game for himself. It's too late on the Phillies, but there we go. Base hit that's going to drive in the run. Looks like my dad is heading back to New Jersey from Vermont. At least that's what he says. Well, it doesn't matter at this point. All right. Not a great game for the Phillies. Not such a great game for Phil Lee either, only getting an RBI single. Whoops. But he did get more tokens, so that's the important thing right there, is that Phil Lee gets enough level up experience. That's why I keep playing the fielding opportunities. Because that's my best opportunity outside of batting to be able to, get the tokens. And Phil Lee's gonna crush this one, no doubt about it. That's a home run. Ring that bell for Phil Lee. That's a nice way to bounce back from a 1-for-4 day in the last game. Kick it off with a home run. Get the Philly crowd pumped. I mean, that was a 12-6 curve that was right down the middle. Like, what was Cabrera expecting to happen? That Phil Lee was just going to foul it off? He ain't missing too many pitches that are right down the middle. And now he's going to throw out this runner, who should have just taken the single. And the Phillies are going to tack on another run, so now it's 4-0. And Philly's going to add on even more with his second home run of the game. A 2-run shot. Ring the bell. Philly with his 11th home run on the year. Philadelphia hearts Lee. Well, Lee hearts Philadelphia. That was opposite field, too. Definitely a much-needed bounce-back game for the Phillies, for Phil Lee. Yeah, good. This runner actually learned from the last runner that Phil Lee cut down at second, so might be a little late, but Christian Scott. Did the Mets release him? Did they trade him? No, I'm gonna have to look into that. I mean, that's really surprising. I mean, he hasn't had a great start to the to his technically sophomore year, because he didn't play in 2025 and 2024 was his rookie year technically. Actually, he pitched under 50 innings. I think that does not qualify him for rookie status, so he may qualify for rookie of the year under the Miami Marlins. I'm just surprised that the Mets would give up on him. Although maybe this game, well, actually, this game is not his fault.
The first baseman, number 10, Aiden Miller.
It's not his fault. Aiden Miller, deep blast. It's off the wall. I'm sorry, Miller. Or at least sorry, Miller. He had to make sure that that ball was getting off the wall. Can't advance and, have to retreat back to first if it were caught. Plus, Phil Lee has made a number of those catches. And he's got to score the run. So Rafael Marchand. Maybe the offense gets going when it's a blowout game.
Now batting, the right fielder.
I don't know. But either way, the offense is going right now, and Lee is leading the charge. Nah, we'll sim it. Alright, so a nice bounce-back win for the Phillies. 10-1. Philly leading the way with 2 home runs, a single, 5 RBIs, 3 runs scored. I mean, it was just a phenomenal game for Philly. And he's going to get 6 tokens out of it, so that's going to... I think once this series with the Marlins is over, Lee is going to make some upgrades.
That is third, the designated hitter, Griffin Conine.
Oh, it's offline. And I'm willing to bet that... And that's my mistake. I pushed circle instead of square. Luckily, it doesn't look like that. It came back to bite the Phillies, so... Lee lucked out, and he's picking up right where he left off in the last game with another home run. Ring the bell for Lee. A solo shot, and that's going to give the Phillies an early lead, 1-0. His 12th on the year. And we're not even out of the month of April right now. So Phil Lee is definitely on a very good pace right now. I think we might have gotten a little behind it. I don't know. Just seems like it was a late swing, but hey, it works.
Leading off for Miami, the first baseman, number 23, Davidson De Los Santos.
And the ball. Throw it in the first, or throw it in the second.
Batting none, the third baseman. Now batting, the
It
right
looks like
fielder.
we can add on even more. Deep fly ball. That'll get the run in. But a ground ball is just going to end the inning. Come on, Lee.
Up next for the Phillies, the right fielder, Phil Lee.
1-0.
Leading the league in OPS. Fantastic.
Ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Ball 3.
See, now they're pitching carefully to him. They know. Alcantara knows.
Ball 4, take your
He's
base.
just going to take the walk. Hey, I mean, with Lee, that's fine. Because Aiden Miller does have a contact boost. But unfortunately, he grounds him right to the second baseman, who just takes it right to second base. And the side is retired.
Now batting, the right fielder, Phil.
So far, the Phillies holding their own, 2-0 against Miami. He's just going to fly out to right here. Here we go. Got to enter this game.
Now batting, the catcher,
Augustine Ramirez. That's a deep fly ball to left field. Left fielder's under it, but it's gone! And the Miami Marlins have tied this game on a ninth inning 2-run homer. Oh, that did not look like a home run to me. I mean, the way that it was carrying in the ball indicator, I thought that meant that it was going to be caught. Wow. Okay, now we have a new ball game. I mean, he wasn't going to rob it.
now batting, designated hitter, Wilson Coleman.
Lee, can you catch this? Unfortunately, not going to be enough to prevent the run from scoring. So now at best, the Phillies can only tie the game. It's a boss challenge. Be nice to hit a home run, that's for sure. Do I trust the bottom of the lineup, though? You know what? Let's go for broke. Ronnie Henriquez. Wow, an 85 overall. Holy cow. We say Phil Lee. Oh, that was terrible.
Out of there.
Oh my gosh, how does Lee do that? Not good. And yet somehow the Phillies tied it up. Wow, I'd like to know how that ended up happening. Lee gonna throw home, it's right on the money, and the runner is out! Phil Lee preventing a run from scoring. And now he has an opportunity right here, right now, to drive in the winning run. Nothing, it doesn't have to be anything flashy.
No strike.
A deep fly ball is going to be enough. Trey Turner's on third. And Phil Lee says, forget about it. I don't get a fly out. I'm going to hit a walk-off grand slam. Wow! Gee, ring that bell! That is incredible! Lee's had some walk-off home runs. I don't know if he's ever had a walk-off grand slam before. Wow! Well, if there are any doubts about if Lee should be MVP, I think the fact that he can come through with a game-winning grand slam tells you all you need to know. He's definitely enjoying his time against Miami, a 405 career average against the Marlins. 21 runs scored, that's tied for first in the National League. And the series has one more game to go, so Phillies are looking at either taking the series or splitting it. Wow, Phil Lee signing some autographs here. Yeah, absolutely sign some autographs. Get some fans. They're excited. Remember the sign. Philadelphia loves Lee. Oh, he's showing the love right back. It's going to kick it off with what looks to be a diving catch to prevent a hit. He does it. He takes a hit away. What a diving catch. Not only making his case for MVP, but also for Gold Glove as well. Although the Marlins jumped out to a 1-0 lead, so Philly's got to pick it up here. Deep fly ball to left center field, and it's going to be caught. Oh my gosh. Once again, I pushed the wrong button. And that may actually come back to bite the Phillies. But they're within striking distance. If Lee can find a gap, get this game tied back up. No, he cannot. Oh boy. Lee, what are you doing? You're making offline throws. You're not getting hits. What's going on? But at least they're going to throw out the runner there. Oof. Tacked on another 2 runs, make it 6-1. See, now, Lee, why couldn't you do that with the bases loaded? You had done that with the bases loaded, this would be a different ballgame. And Marcy is just going to look at strike 3. I had such high hopes for Marcy.
Nice try.
I mean, Lee's fast, but I think he made the wise decision not to go on that.
Now batting, the center fielder, Rojas.
Ooh,
Take first.
Rojas nailed in the back. Garrett Stubbs has a triple? What? Be nice if he got that, but no.
Up next for the Phillies.
All right, it doesn't look like the Phillies are going to win this game, so even though Lee is going to try, I mean, hey, come on. Where was this offense at the beginning of the game? Ring the bell. I mean, that's his 13th of the year. 14th, excuse me. But where was that at the beginning of the game? Oh, there's one more chance. I'm assuming that's Henriquez. You know what? Philly says, give me a chance at a home run. Give me a chance and we'll see what happens. And he hits the home run! He says, we're not done yet! Bill Lee drives this one, and the lead is now down to 1 run. His 15th on the year. Wow! Philly said, let me go for the home run, and he delivered. But now can the rest of the team follow through? They are at the bottom of the lineup. Or the bottom third anyway. Are they going to come through? Or is all this effort that Lee has put into doing this comeback, is it all for naught? Well, Marcy is already in a 2-strike count, so this isn't good. He's going to line a base hit to left field. All right, so some life here. Oh, and we are actually not in the bottom third of the lineup. Now the Phillies are. Yeah, now they are. Brandon Marsh. Base hit, Marsh. And you look at strike 3, and that's the ball game. So, unfortunately, the Phillies could not come back. Lee gave an effort at the end of the game, although I'm sure they would have liked for him to have given that effort when runners were on base. But nonetheless, the Phillies split the series with the Miami Marlins, and now they're going to head out to Queens, New York, for a series against the Mets. Lee definitely has some upgrades to make. There's no doubt about that. So he is definitely making those upgrades. And that's going to push him up over 83 overall. Hey, Lee had a all-around training experience. Not only did he focus on his bat, but he also focused on fielding, on his arm strength, and his throwing. And that's just as important. I want to point that out. That is just as important. Alright, not a lot of new stuff, so Lee's gonna get rid of all this equipment. He already has it. It's the thought that counts, right? Let's check out the standings, because this is a pretty key series for the Phillies right now. Only 1.5 games ahead of the Mets. I mean, the National... I know it's early, but I mean, the Marlins and Nationals are not too far out. They can stay within pace. I could see the National League East being one of the most competitive divisions. But enough about that. Let Philly make his... I don't know. Has he gone to Citi Field yet? Is this his Citi Field debut? Fans are asking for Philly's autograph? What? In New York? Okay, whatever. Lee's happy to oblige. Maybe the New York Mets fans are recognizing what a stud that Lee is. They're like, hey, this guy might be a Hall of Famer one day. I may want to get an autograph from him while he's still good. Fortunately, couldn't come through there.
Batting second, the second baseman, Lopez.
Unless Lee was going to dive to catch that ball, there was no way he was getting it. Honestly, a ground rule double just seems like a mercy thing. Because that situation could have ended up a heck of a lot worse.
That's a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's a ball. 2-2 the count.
He's showing some patience here against David Peterson. I mean, Peterson, we know, is more of a breaking pitcher. He's not going to throw very hard. Just gotta stay back. That's all.
Inside, ball 2.
Force Peterson to throw some strikes. A 1.690 career OPS against the Mets. Wow. Fortunately, not going to go much higher there with the fly out to right.
Now batting, the center fielder, Taylor.
Just had to make sure that runner on second wasn't going beyond second. Alright, so we're in the 9th inning. Unfortunately, Lee still does not have a hit.
Ball.
I mean, I think I'm willing to give him a pass because he did hit 2 home runs in the previous game. And they rob him of a hit! Man! He has robbed so many people of hits by diving like that, and now he gets a taste of his own medicine. Oh boy, this is a key situation right here. And that's a line out to third base, and that's the ball game. Philly does not have a great game, but the Phillies take a one-run victory, or they take the first game with a 1-0 win. Just a phenomenal pitching performance by Matt Manning. Looks like Schwarber drove in Kim, and that's how the run was scored. So overall, both Peterson and Manning threw phenomenal games. Not too many hits. Yet again, the Phillies get off. Well, the Phillies weren't off to a 1-0 lead before in the first game, but now they're off to it here. Lee says, "You're going to rob me of a hit? I'll rob you of a hit." Little basket catch right there.
Leading off for Philadelphia, the right fielder, Phil Lee.
First in the National League with 15 home runs.
Nope. 1-0.
Who's this? Oh, Griffin Canning.
2 balls, no strikes. Ah. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Lee. Well, that's going to be a fly ball to right center field. Taylor's underneath it, and that's going to be an out. All right, now a 2-0 lead.
Off the plate, ball 1.
With the potential for it to become 3-0 if Lee can get a base hit here. That's a foul ball. Just too early on it, Lee. Too early. Another fly ball to right center field that Taylor's going to get underneath. At least it's a productive out. And the Phillies have widened the gap here. This is the kind of games that we need against the teams that we need to beat. Unfortunately, Lee just going to fly out to center field. Still not being productive. Or at least with the bat, he's not coming through. If Vientos was going to try for a second, I would say he was crazy. 7-0 now. I mean, what more do you need, Lee, to drive in a run and get a base hit? Or get a base hit and drive in a run? Like, seriously. Well, apparently you need more than 7 runs, because you're still not doing it. Alright, Sim. Not a good series for Lee. I mean, the Phillies are picking up the slack, but still, this is not good for Lee. He's hitless in 8 at-bats in this series. Better turn it around with this third game. Phillies aren't going to threaten to send him down, but
get up, ball, get up, ball.
It's going to cause some people to question whether or not he's truly the MVP, or if it's just because he had a good month of April. Nice catch, Lee.
Now batting, the right fielder, Phil Lee.
Still? Like, come on, Lee.
Now batting. Right fielder.
All right, so game is tied. Can Philly drive in the go-ahead run? Been terrible this entire series at the plate, so he needs some help right now. Not gonna get it there. Come on, Lee.
The batter. The right fielder. Phil.
Be a good time to come through right here. He's come through against Edwin Diaz before.
Ball, that's in.
Oh yeah, that was at Citizens Bank Park. But why is Citi Field any different? And with that, with this series, Phil Lee has officially gone underneath 400 for the first time since the start of the season. He's only going further down. At least the Phillies took a one-run lead, but no thanks to Phil Lee. And Rojas is going to catch it out in center field, and that's the ball game. The Phillies sweep the Mets, edging out another one-run win. Unfortunately, Lee just had he might as well have not even shown up in Citi Field. He might as well have just been back in Philadelphia, because he was, other than a couple catches he made, he was not effective for the Phillies in that series. That honestly may be one of his worst series. That's inexcusable. All right, let's see how the month of May goes. As we flip the calendar, going to go up against the Chicago Cubs, the very team that the Phillies eliminated on their way to the NLCS. Wonder if there's any animosity there. You know, memories tend to be long. Whatever that means. Lee gonna continue his struggles, flying out to center field. It's not good, Lee. I mean, at least the Phillies have a 1-0 lead, but still.
Leading off to the Phillies, the right fielder, Phil Lee.
Ugh. All right, still a 1-0 lead. what is he, 0 for 18 or 0 for 16 at this point? And that's not even counting the game against the last game against the Miami Marlins. I mean, I think the Phillies are lucky that Shaw didn't hit it over the wall, honestly. With that exit velocity, that should have been gone.
Ball one. Ball, that's out.
And still not a hit for Phil Lee. Unbelievable. He may go 0 for 16. He's going 0 for 16. That is unbelievable. I mean, we'll enter the game, but I don't think Aiden Miller is doing anything special here. Oh, dear. All right, well, that's the ball game. Cubs take a 2-1 win over the Phillies. Phil Lee, he's non-existent. This is, like, unbelievable. I'm glad that they're not highlighting his hitless streak right now, because I think he's at 16 at-bats with no freaking hit. This finally break it? No! It's caught! Wow! I mean, that's just unlucky for Lee. He had the right idea.
The third baseman, number 6, Shaw.
Is he going to throw out the runner? He is! Alright, so at least he prevents the runner from advancing to third. But he's kind of come through here. I mean, not just for the Phillies, for himself.
That's a ball.
That's a strike? Come on. And that's going to make it 0 for 20. I want to say that this is 0 for 20 for Phil Lee. And that is gone. So the Cubs add on, likely make it so that the Phillies can't come back. And all Lee could do was just watch. There was nothing could be done. Could at least show some life here. Against Matt Strom, his former teammate.
Ball.
Oh my god, that is insanely unlucky! A ball that should have been hit up the middle, and it just hit Strom. Oh my god, you can't get any more freaking unlucky than Phil Lee right now. Did he peak too soon?
Here you go. 3-3 relay. Out on the tag.
Did he get on his hot streak in April only to end it prematurely?
Inside, ball 1. Nope, outside.
I mean, at least he's on base. That's an improvement over what's been going on. He's still hitless, but at least he reached base, so maybe that's step one.
He's out.
Nope, never mind. Marchand is just going to ground out.
Leading off for the Cubs, the shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
I think Phil Lee could use a defibrillator right now. He needs something. He needs some help. At least he's fielding.
Ball.
And Lee finally gets off the schneid. He hits a home run to right field. Maybe that's what Lee needed. He needed that confidence booster. He needed that power. His 16th on the year. It may not make a difference in this game, but you know what? That means all the difference to Phil Lee. Finally ending his 0-for streak. Can he throw out the runner here? He can! Phil Lee throwing out the run, preventing a run from scoring. Unfortunately, he's not going to get another chance, so help sweep the Phillies. But at least Phil Lee is done with his hitless streak. And boy, howdy, did he need to be done with that hitless streak. I mean, I have to go back to recent games and find out how long that hitless streak went. 'Cause to me, it looks bad. Looks like really, really bad. Can I see Lee's cards? Ah, here we go. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. 0 for 22 before he finally got that hit against the Chicago Cubs, got that home run. That is unbelievable. Maybe a series against the Chicago White Sox is what Phil Lee needs, and especially being back at Citizens Bank Park. Maybe that's what he needs, to get back here and have a good series. Already things are looking up for the Phillies. They took a 3-0 lead. And I should also point out that the White Sox were the team that Phil Lee debuted against in the last season. So if he needs any more motivation, this is the team where he picked up his first hit. It wasn't pretty, but it was the start.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Doesn't matter. It's going to be a fly out to the left. So Lee, back-to-back hits in back-to-back at-bats. When you think about it, last at-bat against the Cubs was a home run. First at-bat against the Chicago White Sox was a double. So maybe Lee has finally figured things out. One could certainly hope. Look at that slugging percentage. That is unbelievable. Go Lee.
Oh.
Lee with a multi-hit game. Yeah, I think he's figured it out. A multi-hit game. With a few RBIs too. 2 doubles.
Leading off for the White Sox, the designated hitter, Colson Montgomery.
Not going to throw out the runner. But he had to take that approach to that ball because if he tried to charge it, it might have gotten over his head and we'd be talking about a triple at that point. Despite his recent struggles, Lee is still first in OPS for the National League. That is incredible. All right, warning track power. That's okay, Lee.
Now batting, the second baseman, Tyler Fitzgerald.
2-2-2.
Nice, a double play. If Sanchez can get over there, no. Yeah, Tyler Fitzgerald is just too quick. Giant fans would definitely know something about that.
No ball. 1 strike.
Lee gives this one a pretty good ride out to center field. And it's gone! Phil Lee, ring that bell! I think that's his 17th home run on the year. It is. So Lee, I would say his 0 for whatever streak he was on, the 0 for 22, I would say that's officially over. 2 doubles, a home run, 3 RBIs, I want to say. We're just going to sit him. Yep, 3 RBIs and a run scored. So, great game for Phil Lee. Definitely a much-needed bounce-back one, considering what kind of stretch he was in prior to that game. He does lead the National League in home runs. Wow. Ooh, and Chicago's already off to a 2-0 lead.
Ball. 1-0.
Batting eight.
And it continues to get worse. Now the lead is 4-0. Big opportunity here for Phil Lee. You know what? He says, give me all the base runners. And he comes through. He may not have gotten all the base runners, but he did tie the game. And that's huge. Ooh, green light unlocked. Shit. Stolen base? Wow. I am shocked. That's ball 4. So now the bases are loaded once again, this time for Garrett Stubbs. But he looks at strike 3 right down the middle. So, but at least the game is tied. That's the important thing.
Tyler Fitzgerald.
Okay, 5-0. Not exactly great, but I mean, not impossible. And Lee's going to drive this one to right field. That's going to get to the wall. Is it going to be enough to drive in the runner? No, he stops at third. But you know what? Now the two runners are in scoring position for Alec Boehm. He could just get a base hit or even a deep fly ball. That would be enough. A line out to third base is not going to be enough, Boehm. Come on.
Yeah.
7-5 now. Oh, Jordan Leisure. The man who looked very funky coming out of the bullpen for the White Sox last year. And I don't mean that like, oh, he looked unnatural. No, I mean, if you go back and play MLB The Show 24 and you look at his character model, it looked bad. Bryce Harper's gonna line out to third, and that's the ball game. So the Phillies dropped that one. Lee, he had a couple hits in the game. He had a couple RBIs, so not like he didn't come through.
Batting third, the right fielder, number 8, Kyle Teal.
Kyle Teal, the New Jersey native. Ooh, nice catch, Lee. Philadelphia getting off to a 1-0 start. Good. Landon Roop. They're going to tie it.
The right fielder, Phil.
All right. So they tie it. Does not lead the Phillies in doubles. It's only third. Good. Hayden Miller worked the walk. Now let's see what Marchand can do. He can ground into a double play. That's what he can do. There's a runner on third. Bryson Stott can just hit this to the outfield. maybe the Phillies can take the lead. Well, not maybe. They'll definitely take it. And he can't rob Stott of the hit, so it's a base hit, an extra base hit, and the go-ahead run scores. So the Phillies retake the lead. Ugh. Lee got underneath it. Uh-oh. Got a situation here we gotta enter. Marshawn's gonna get underneath this. Catches it, and that's the ball game. So the Philadelphia Phillies take the series against the White Sox 2-1. Philly finding his mojo back. They're gonna head into an off day where Lee's gonna buckle down. He's gonna train, get back on, get some training session in, and he'll get ready for Pittsburgh. I mean, technically, he could upgrade right now. There's nothing saying he can't upgrade. Okay, a new pair of glasses. That's it. Excuse me. Let's see. Should we do fielding? Nah, we need to focus on his bat. So we'll put contact up at 70. And we'll upgrade his fielding too. And reaction. Actually, what are his stats right now? He's at 40 home runs, so he's closing in on 50 career home runs. He's already got over 100 hits in his career. All right, let's do that ball recognition drill. Ooh, missed that one. Bad. Whatever. Nice. 2,900. All right. Are we going to see Paul Skeens in this series? Pittsburgh has been bad offensively. This is really, really bad.
Batting eighth, the right fielder, Phil Lee.
Excuse me.
1-0.
Yeah, 14 and 24 to start out the season. Not good.
Ball 2.
There we go. Lee with a solid base hit right to right field. Ooh, it's going to be Mother's Day.
Infield fly rule, batter's out.
It's going to be Mother's Day in this universe. So
Second baseman, right there. Stop.
get ready for pink bats.
The first baseman, number 2,
And the Pirates take a 1-0 lead. And it extends to 4-0. Wow. I look at their averages, I say that it looks bad, and what do the Pirates do? They drop 4 against the Phillies.
Counts 1-0.
Well, Lee is never gonna lead the Phillies in terms of stolen bases. He's not a stolen base kind of guy. But what Lee is a power guy. And that can really help right now in this situation. Well, they'll at least get 1 run home, so there is that. Even if it's little by little.
The batter, number 5. Second baseman, right there.
He's out. No, he's
Not going
safe.
to be a double play, but still it takes Phil Lee off the base paths. Now it's 4-2. It's still 4-2. Right now, the Phillies hold the top spot for the wild card, so the Braves must have overtaken. That's what happens when you get on a bad run. You let a team like the Braves come in and they take over. Still plenty of time left in the season, but the Phillies have to be mindful of them and the Mets as we go down the stretch. That's huge right there. Marchand, way to come through. Ooh, I was going to say that's offline, though. Pirates pitcher was right there. All right, let's enter the game. Maybe Marsh can drive in Harper. Didn't I just say that Marsh had a 3-0 count? And that's a base hit. Here comes Harper. She's going to score. Brandon Marsh comes through, and the Phillies have life. I didn't even see where that ball landed. I thought it was going to left field. Extra innings here. A chance for Phil Lee to walk this off. Lee, deep fly ball. It's going to get caught, but that'll move the runner up. No, it will not. What? And the throw was offline too. How do you not score? All right, it's up to Bryce Harper now. And that's caught by the center fielder. So Phil Lee's going to have another chance here, although 7-0. Or 7-4, sorry. 7-4, that's not looking good.
Ball, that's high.
Nicolas is he's gonna throw heat. Better be ready for that.
Three balls, one strike. Get down.
Lee with a line drive to center field. It's a base hit. That's going to drive in Harper. And now the lead is down to 2 runs. I'm sure Lee would have liked that to have been a home run, but, I mean, hey.
One ball.
Got to take a run any way you can get it. Sorry. Gotta readjust. Ow. Alright, well. I figured it might be a long shot, but you know what? Phil Lee, he did what he could. 4 for 6. He's trying. He is trying. Uh-oh. Ooh. Maybe that's all the details I need to know. Hopefully your dad is going to be okay. What up, Bray? How are ya? Yeah, absolutely. Thoughts and prayers.
Ball inside. Hey!
Oh, they're not showing the pink bat. I guess when you choose your own skin, or your own bat skin, they'll let you get away with not wearing or not using a pink bat on Mother's Day.
Up next.
And O'Neal Cruz's gun. Why he was trying to advance on that, I'll never understand. And the Philly faithful are still chanting MVP for Lee. Despite his rough start to the stream, we're still chanting his name. And how's that going for you?
He's safe. Runner. Hey.
Nice! Another stolen base. Good sitting in first place in the AL West, 80-45 record. Nice. Yeah, that's a pretty good record to sit on. I know, I probably should have advanced there, but I mean, it was dead right to center, and I was just... Whoa, the A's. Wow. That is incredible. You're making the A's look good. Oh, no! Oh! Did you see that? Holy mackerel! Phil Lee with the acrobats to freaking avoid the tag there. Watch this. He was dead to rights. And yet it was like, ole! Lee scores. That is incredible. And probably the only reason that the Phillies are even tied right now. Got him! Catch him out, throw him out. Double play. Great job, Lee. Right on the money, too. That was right on the money. That's not right on the money. He's safe. A walk-off. Can Phil Lee hit a walk-off here? No, he cannot. And Bryson Stott hit a walk-off here. Right field, I would not send the runner, and it doesn't look like they're going to either. So Bryson Stott doesn't hit the walk-off, but he does get Marchand to third. And that's important because if Kim can get a fly ball to the outfield, might be enough to score Marchand if it's deep enough. Actually, that doesn't look deep enough. Never mind.
The batter, number 7.
Second out, so it's up to Trey Turner to get a base hit here. And he gets it, and the Phillies walk it off. Trey Turner with the late game heroics. What up, Dodger? How are ya? We not as great of a game this time, but it's all right. Guess that's the end of the series against the Pittsburgh Pirates. So I think now is a 4-game series against the Nationals, something like that. Yes. Oh wait, no. Oh, I should have played the next game. Doing some COD. All right. See, I tried getting into COD. I'm a traditionalist, so like to me, peak COD was World at War and Black Ops.
Batting third, the first baseman.
And also Modern Warfare 2, too.
Soderstrom.
That was great.
One.
No, I hear you. That's why I'm playing Road to the Show. Oh boy, we're going up against Paul Skeens. I was hoping to avoid him, but there's no avoiding Paul Skeens. You could try to hide from him, but you can't avoid him.
Aye. 1-1.
It is officially Mother's Day.
Relay. 3.
You're seriously going to run on that. You are so gunned. That was just too easy. Paul Skeens still holding strong. He holds strong. There's no reason that the Pirates need to score any more than 2 runs.
Get down.
Nah, at least just gonna stop at second. Oh, that was a no-hitter. Skeens had a no-hitter. Oh boy. Well, good thing Lee broke that up.
2-2 the count.
That wouldn't have been good. The Phillies got no hit. Yeah, let's go. Nice! So not only does Lee break up the no-hitter, he also gets the Phillies on the board. Nice catch, Lee. Although that was scary. I will say, that was scary. To the deepest part of the ballpark. Lee, you gotta aim for left field. That or right field. I don't think the Phillies are coming back in this, so... Pirates take the series 2-1 against the Phillies. Not a series that the Phillies should have dropped. Let's see if there could be any upgrades made. Excuse me. Yeah, there's a few. You get his clutch and plate vision up. But that's about it. Can't do much else after that.
fourth. The shortstop, C.J. Abrams.
Relay three! Relay three!
Got him.
Got him. On the tag. Ball. One ball.
7
No strike.
straight for the Brewers. Oh boy.
Come on, ball, get out
Phil
of
Lee
here, get out of
definitely
here.
drove this one deep, but right in front of the scoreboard. Ah,
Leading up for Washington, the left fielder,
he is trying.
Jay Wood.
He is trying. Joey Wentz from the Braves in exchange for Brady House. They gave up their top prospect for a pitcher, or one of their top prospects for a pitcher. Oh boy. I guess they're confident in retaining
1-0.
C.J. Abrams. I know the Braves need a shortstop.
Now batting, Jacob Monty.
Hmm.
Get down, get down!
Oop. Nope. Back.
Now batting,
Just an unfortunate out. Second baseman had good range for someone who.
Get out of here, get out of here!
Actually, no. That I'm thinking of someone else. Never mind. I was thinking. I think who I was thinking of was Otto Lopez, and I was about to say like that's typical range for
Get down,
Otto
get down!
Lopez, and it's like, wait a minute, he never played for the Nationals. He was on the Marlins, or he's on the Marlins. Although in this road to the show, he's on the Mets now. Easy money. Nice insurance run here would go a long way towards ensuring this win for the Phillies. Who am I kidding? It's Philly, for crying out loud. Well, one thing he can do is field. It's good to see that his approach to balls like that is getting better. Because if you remember in spring training, he was struggling with that.
2-2-2!
He was struggling with the approach. So the fact that he's gotten better at it is pretty good. The Phillies take a 2-1 lead, or take a 2-1 win over the Nationals to start the series. Philly, I mean, he's got to do more than get one hit, and it can't just be a double. You know what? I want to see what Philly's splits are at home and on the road. I feel like he's being much better. He's much better at home than he is on the road. And that's not really good. You gotta be good at both.
1-1. Two. Vamos!
Nice hit, big dog.
There we go. Hey, sometimes along at bat, you gotta wear down a guy like Josiah Gray, and you'll eventually get a hit. Eventually.
One, two.
Nothing Lee could have done there. Dean Miller just... If he can't handle the big league level, why is he still at the majors? Like, there's no one in AAA who could possibly come up in place of Miller. It's only hurting his development. They want Aiden Miller to take over for Trey Turner eventually. Then they can't stun his growth by having him play terribly. Nice! 2 RBI double gives the Phillies the lead against the Nationals. And they also maxed out Lee's relationship with Trey Turner. So that's huge. And Lee is just going to phase through the third baseman, Jose Tena.
Now batting, right fielder, Phil.
Maybe it's Tena. No, I think it's Tena. Jose Tena.
Ball.
What I remember from the game that I attended at Nationals Park, I believe they said Tena. That's a strike? Oh, come on. I know it may have clipped the corner, but
Ball.
like, come on. That was not a strike.
Ball. No.
Now that I would have understood if that were called a strike. And maybe that was more of a, okay, I'll give you one back because I know I screwed up on one of the pitches, so. And Phil Lee's gonna go deep here. No doubt about it. That's a home run. Phil Lee extends the lead 11-6 with his 18th home run on the year. Only 5 away from his total from last year. So he's on a very good pace right now. Barring going on another freaking 0 for 22 hit streak or hitless streak.
Hurry. No ball. 1 strike. Two.
I mean, it's fine. The Phillies are still up, so they should be fine. Uh-oh. Maybe I spoke too soon. And he robs a home run to give the Phillies the win. Wow. Yet another Gold Glove. Yet another Gold Glove worthy highlight right there. Robbing a home run to end the game. I don't think you're getting much better than that. Perfect contact, just right at C.J. Abrams. Excuse me. Dirty Bird, how you doing? I'm doing all right. I'm just playing some Road to the Show with my player named Phil Lee. He's playing for the Philadelphia Phillies. He's their right fielder, actually, so... He was originally drafted as a first baseman, but he told the Phillies he wanted to move to right field to give Harper the first base. Is Lee gonna throw him out? He does not. He's safe. Oh man, great effort there by Lee. Can't be mad. Can't be mad about that. What he can be mad about is this offer that he's in right now. He needs to break it. And he will with that home run. Phil Lee, his 19th on the year, gives the Phillies the lead back. It's 3-2. Wow. All right, still 3-2 in the top of the 7th. I mean, at this point, I've just run out of things to grind in Diamond Dynasty, Dirty Bird, to the point where I was like, you know what? Let me make a Road to the Show player, and let's see how that goes. So far, it's gone all right. Yeah. Honestly, I wish they would just release it a lot sooner. I feel like if they released it in January, I mean, they could cover. They wouldn't have much to. I mean, they could do the Captain Blizzard program in January, February, if they want to do something for Valentine's Day, or even the fact that pitchers and catchers start reporting for spring training, they could do that. And then for March, they could have done the World Baseball Classic for April opening day, and obviously all the way through to November. I honestly feel like if they, I get why they release it in March, because that's when it's only a couple weeks before the season starts. But I'm just saying, like, if they were to release it in January, I mean, I think that would drum up a lot of interest. Oops. Did not mean to go there, but it didn't matter anyway. I'll enter the game, although I don't think I should, because, I mean, it's 5-2. All right, Rojas is just going to catch that, and that's the ball game. Phillies with a nice 3-0 lead, 3-0 series lead over the Nationals. Definitely a nice streak they needed to be on for this game, or for this series, especially after dropping 2 out of 3 to the Pittsburgh Pirates. But I mean, look, they're going to do the San Diego Studios is going to do what they're going to do. I mean, it's what they releasing their game, or the timing of the release of MLB The Show is no different than what EA Sports does with Madden or NHL or FIFA, and the same thing with NBA with 2K, releasing NBA 2K whatever, only weeks before the season starts. So I get it. It makes sense, but I'm just saying, if they were to release it in January, they would actually drum up a lot of interest, and then they could have content all throughout the year. They could do the Captain Blizzard programs in January. They could do something for spring training starting in February. Or if they want to do a Valentine's Day themed program, they could do that. Or even new threads. So, I guess what I'm saying is I'd like to see it released a lot sooner than March. Because right now this is, well, I don't want to say it's boring, but it's getting old. Doesn't mean that this is the end for Phil Lee. I'm making that clear right now. It's not the end. Okay, I'm committed to playing out Lee's career for as long as I can in MLB The Show 25. But now I've gotten to the point where there's really nothing. The only reason I'm doing this is because there's no content for me to grind in Diamond Dynasty. And Phil Lee's going to drive this one deep. No doubt about it. That's going to give the Phillies a 2-0 lead. 2-run homer. His 20th on the year. What a year for Phil Lee. I mean, he's going to surpass his total for sure. And it looks like the Phillies took the lead back from the Braves. Yeah, 1.5 games. So this series against the Nationals definitely needed by the Phillies, for sure.
1-0.
rip, big dog.
You know, Phil Lee already has a triple. He has the home run. Now he's got the single. If he gets one more at bat, he has a chance at hitting for the cycle. And that's strike three. Come on, Marcy.
Up next for Philadelphia, the right fielder.
This may be Lee's opportunity here.
Hey, nice rip.
Nope, that's just going to be a single. Even if that runner did go, he wasn't. It still wasn't going to count for a double. Let's just be honest about that. It's that one. Nice. Ooh, he gets one more opportunity. One more.
No, that's a ball.
That's a close one. Honestly, I wouldn't have been surprised if they called it a strike.
Ball. 2-0.
Oh, he drove
That may be it right there. Go, Lee. Go, 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 go. He's got it. Lee hits for the cycle. Congratulations, Phil Lee. An accomplishment unlike any other. Bryce Harper is going to take that ball that helped complete the cycle. Phil Lee, what an accomplishment. What a series against the Nationals for him. He says, I noticed that my career OPS against the Nationals were below 700. He's like, I'm going to raise that. Oh, raise it he did.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Brian De La Cruz. The third baseman, number 8, first down.
One.
That's going to be a ground out to short, and that's the ball game. Phil Lee with the cycle helps lead the Phillies to a 4-1 win over the Nationals that completes the sweep. You just hit for the cycle, joining an exclusive club of players who accomplishment. How are you feeling? Amazing. Stuff that you dream about as a kid. What was his approach to the game? He says he was just taking whatever they were giving him. What will you do to stay hot at the plate? Keep working to get better. All right. Phil Lee. Go celebrate that cycle. How many? Actually, hold on. How many players in Phillies history have hit for the cycle? Eight players. 8 other Phillies have hit for the cycle. So Philly became the 9th player in
Back
Phillies
here on
history.
MLB Tonight, Dan O'Dowd and baseball researcher Sarah Langs. I'm Robert Flores. Over the history of Major League Baseball, hitting for the cycle has been one of the rarest and most difficult feats of
Okay,
players.
we're going to skip this because I don't want to get copyrighted or anything. So I wish that was where we could end off the series or end off the stream, but unfortunately we still have plenty of time to be able to play a series against the Blue Jays. But before we get out, or before we continue on, let's look at the awards race right now. So, you checked twice and didn't see me online? Really? Jeez, I don't know what happened there, because I posted it. I've been live for 2 hours. So, do you have notifications turned on here on Twitch? Because every time I start up a stream, Twitch sends out an email. Interesting. Well, Phil, you just missed it, Bubbles. Phil Lee just hit for the cycle. He became the 9th player in Phillies history to do that. And he's still leading the way for MVP. Freddie Peralta is now leading for Cy Young. He's also leading for batting title, although it's very early. Yes, all in the same game. So it's quite difficult to do. It's happened. Like the most recent example, the most recent example for the Mets was in 2022. Eduardo Escobar hit for the cycle against the San Diego Padres. So, reliever of the year, Caleb Ferguson is leading that charge. Rookie of the year, Owen Casey. Phil Lee is leading for the Hank Aaron Award. Jesus Luzardo is leading for Gold Glove at pitcher. Francisco Alvarez is leading for Gold Glove at catcher. First base, Ryan O'Hearn, but Bryce Harper is not too far behind him. Second base, Tyro Estrada. Third base, Brett Beatty. Shortstop, Francisco Lindor. Trey Turner's also behind him. Brendan Nimmo is leading for left field. Center field, Michael Harris II. And for right field, Griffin Conine still. I can't believe this. Phil Lee has made some amazing catches. I'd like to see what the voters are thinking with Griffin Conine. And then for DH, or for Silver Sluggers, DH, Heriberto Hernandez, Hunter Goodman from the Rockies, JT Realmuto, actually hitting very well for the Cincinnati Reds. He actually signed a $7.7 million contract, but his overall is going down, so he's regressing. First base, Spencer Steer. Second base, Ketel Marte. Third base, Noelvi Marte. Alec Boehm is third. For shortstop, Hae-Sung Kim. For outfield, Phil Lee, Jackson Churio, and Fernando Tatis Jr. with Mickey Moniak and Juan Soto behind them. So, all right, we've got the Toronto Blue Jays, although I just realized I could have upgraded some of Phil Lee's attributes. And I probably should have. And there you see their last game hit for the cycle. He was just on fire against the Nationals. Got him! And you tell me that Phil Lee is behind Griffin Conine for Gold Glove. Like, come on.
Inside.
Ooh, Phil Lee leading in RBIs with 55.
That's ball 2.
Ball? Wow.
Three balls, 1 strike. Nope, that's ball 4.
Okay, gotta take a walk.
Hey, attaboy. Nice drive there.
Ah, man, Lee's aggression is cost him there. I thought he would have been okay, but he wasn't.
Leading off for Philadelphia, the right fielder.
Blue Jays have some solid pitching.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Giving that one a pretty good ride to left center field. It's going to get off the wall.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Could Phil Lee be going for a second cycle? He's already got the single and the double.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Come on, Marshawn. I know you've come through before with runners in scoring position. The heck was I thinking? Oh, wait. Oh, that's right. Philly isn't going for the cycle because he walked in his first at-bat.
Yeah!
That's me not paying attention. That's on me.
Ball. Ball 2.
I mean, maybe later on, maybe he'll have a second career cycle. It can happen.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Get down.
But for now, he's just going to have to settle for 2 doubles and a walk. Honestly, I think Lee is doing much better in this series against the Blue Jays than he did in the series at Citizens Bank Park. Nah, definitely not going on this. Sorry. Just way too close. If it were deeper, I would have absolutely gone. But come on, Marcy. What the heck is happening?
Get down, get down.
The catcher, number 14, Rafael Montgomery.
Hyesung Kim with the base hit. That's going to give the Phillies the 2-1 lead. Very nice.
The right fielder, Joe Springer.
All right, fine. I mean, as long as it's not gone, that's all that really matters, right? Oh, look at that. Lee is back up over 400 average.
Ball one, no strikes. Nope, that's off the plate. Ball two.
That should have been ball 3 right there. The Lee got a little overexcited.
3-2.
Could have been ball 4. Could have had 2 doubles and 2 walks in the same game. Still can, but unlikely considering that the pitcher, Tommy Nance, is going to want to throw over the plate. He might try to fool Lee, but I think this is more of, get it over and see if you could get it past them, which obviously that didn't happen. So Lee gets a single along with 2 doubles and a walk.
Get down, get down.
And Aiden Miller is just going to look at strike 3. They keep trying with Aiden Miller. I really think they're stunting his growth. I really think he should go back down to the minors.
Now batter, number 6.
Why not put Lee in scoring position, a better scoring position? Because it won't matter, and Kim's just going to grab out anyway. Uh-oh. A boss challenge, which means the Blue Jays came back. Oh boy. It's against Jeff Hoffman, who, you know, from a Mets and a Phillies perspective, he did not come through winning clutch situations. So, I mean, Lee's thinking home run here. Stinking home run. And he's got it! A 2-run homer! His 21st on the year. That puts the Phillies back up by 2. What a home run. Lee thought home run. He got home run. Wow. Now, can the Phillies actually hold on? Yeah, it was going to be tough. But I'd rather that be the result right there than run scored trying to make a play when there was none. But that's the ball game. The Phillies take the first game against the Toronto Blue Jays. Phil Lee with a key 2-run homer at the end in the 11th inning to give the Phillies the lead. They never looked back. Leadoff magic is the perk that Phil Lee unlocked. 5 for 5, I think he went. 4 for 4, excuse me. I keep forgetting that one of those at-bats was a walk, so it doesn't count. Or it doesn't count as an at-bat. I think we're better off, playing it off the wall. Oh, I should not have thrown it to second. What was I thinking? Or no, not what was I thinking? What was Lee thinking? He's probably sitting there like, hey, you're the one who told me to throw it to second. I wanted to get it to the relay man.
Batting 7, the shortstop, Aiden Miller.
And that's a double play. Look, Marsh, I know you're fast.
Runner.
Oh, no. Oh, it doesn't matter.
He's safe.
It was in the dirt anyway. I'll be right back.
Now batting, center fielder, Mario Draw.
Alright, sorry about that. Ooh, a nice 3-1 lead. Good. Probably smart on Straw not to advance there. I thought for sure he would have. Base hit right up the middle. Not a double, but at least he's on base.
Get down, get down.
Johan Rojas.
Nah, get back.
Now batting, the catcher, Garrett Stubbs.
Laser.
There we go. Nice base hit.
The batter number 5, second baseman, Bryson Stubbs.
And that's gone. Bryson Stott with a 3-run homer. And that puts the Phillies out front again, 6-4.
Now batting, the first baseman, Anthony Santander.
Yeah, here we go. Relay, relay.
Got him.
Now batting, the second baseman. Leading off for Philadelphia, the right fielder, Will Lee.
Ooh. Blue Jays bring it to within 1. But the Phillies push it back out to 3,
Lee.
their lead. So, and with the potential for it to be even more if Phil Lee can find a gap here. Well, not if he can find a gap, but if he can just get it to the
Ball, that's
outfield,
off the plate.
you know, Lee will have a good shot here. Or Lee can drive in a run. That's what he can do.
Yeah, nice try. Attaboy.
Nice. He found the gap. And he drove in the run. Yohan Duran is at the max relationship with Lee. Yeah, we don't need to see this. And he's gone. That's okay. Phillies got the run in. So he may have to gun a runner at home here. Because I know Kirk's not going to have the power to drive it deep.
4-4.
Oh boy. 10-9. Dang, good thing the Phillies drove in these runs. Good thing Phil Lee got that run in. That's the only reason they have the lead right now.
Now batting, the third baseman, Jake Berger.
Bryson Stott's going to get underneath this one. Lee will back him up. And that's the ball game. Phillies take a 10-9 win. They squeak out a 10-9 win over the Blue Jays. I believe they've taken the series. Now they're going for the sweep. Ouch. Ow. Is that Trey Savage? Or is that Michael King? Trey Savage. I knew it. Well, the Phillies are already out to a 3-0 lead over the Blue Jays, so that's nice to see. Phil Lee has been swinging a hot bat, and he continues to hit one or swing one because this ball is gone. Phil Lee, I think that's his 21st home run on the year. 22nd, my bad. And that pushes the Phillies lead to 5-0. Wow. Philly is about to tie his mark for last season. He's about to have 23 home runs.
The batter, number 22.
And probably a good thing he hit that home run. His score's now 5-4. And they got him. Tell me again why Griffin Conine deserves the Gold Glove over Phil Lee. Tell me again.
He's out.
Now batting,
Yes, we know. He had a 2-run homer in the first inning. We know that. 6-5 at least. I hope he's not cooling off now. Uh-oh. Blue Jays take the lead. And he takes away an extra base hit. I know it says he robbed a home run, but he didn't. Not as great of a game for Phil Lee as the other ones have been, fortunately. And I don't think Hai-Sung Kim is going to do anything that would tie the game. So, Phillies drop the final game, but they do take the series against the Blue Jays, which is key because now I think they split the season series against the Blue Jays. Just unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. That's okay. Everything is okay. Lee's going to have some upgrades, no doubt. Yeah, see, 3-game series in Philadelphia. The Phillies drop that 2 out of 3. Then they pick up 2 wins out of 3 against the Blue Jays in Toronto. So let's go ahead and upgrade. Well, first let's open up that package. Whole lot of nothing. Whole lot of nothing. Alright, let's talk about getting these upgrades in. Now he's going to be an 84 overall. He's also going to put some towards fielding as well. I wonder where he stacks up on the roster. I mean, Sanchez is still the top person. So is Trey Turner and Zach Wheeler, Yohan Duran, and Jesus Luzardo. Bryce Harper, Bryson Stott, and then Phil Lee is actually the same at the same overall as Kyle Schwarber is. He just has a heck of a lot more home runs and a better hitting average. All right, well, we've got a 3-game series against the Washington Nationals at Citizens Bank Park. Nice. Alrighty. Let's see how Phil Lee does against the Nationals. He did pretty well against them last time. Just remember, he hit for the cycle against the Nationals in Washington, D.C. I think Philadelphia is very thankful to see this Phil Lee return to form. I tell you, it's always rough to break out of a hitless stretch. It's always rough, but gotta do it somehow. Is that gonna get him? No, it's safe. Tried.
Now that right fielder, Phil Lee.
There we go. A nice base hit. And his hit streak is extended to 15 games. I didn't even realize there was a hit streak going.
He's out.
Now batting, the right fielder.
Although the Phillies are not getting much offense, I'm kind of surprised against Mitchell
Ball,
Parker.
that's low.
Beautiful. I mean, could he have stretched it to third base? Maybe. But he got it's better to be safe than sorry, especially this late in the game. And that's the reason why, because someone like Marcy could come through, get a base hit, and now all of a sudden this game is tied. And the Phillies have a chance to win it. If Duran could hold it off, looks like he will. The catcher underneath it, and that's the ball game. Phillies take a 2-1 lead, or 2-1 win over the Nationals. Phil Lee continues to swing well. 2 for 3 with a double and a single.
The catcher, Ruiz.
3-3-3. Relay 3.
Oh, gosh. Base runner, what are you doing? Should have just stayed at second.
The right fielder, Phil Lee.
Ooh, Mackenzie Gore. I'm surprised this isn't a boss challenge. I gave that one a pretty good ride, and it's gone! Ring the bell for Phil Lee, a 2-run homer. Gives the Phillies a 2-0 lead. That's his 23rd on the season. He has tied for the most amount of home runs he hit the previous season. And that was only in 2 months. Who knows how many Phil Lee can hit? I mean, the fact that he's already at 23 home runs, and they're not even at, or the season isn't even at the All-Star break. I mean, this is incredible.
Ball! That pitch is out. That ball's foul.
Well, that might drive the run in. Oh, that will definitely drive the run in. At 96 speed, yeah. No doubt about that. Good. Sack fly means no official at bat. Just add an RBI to that. And he takes an extra base hit away. Again.
Oh, you got that one.
Nope. Not an extra base hit. But you know what? It's still a single, so not bad.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Jacob Marcy.
Mm. So wait, who's the 9 hitter? Oh, Rojas.
Runner.
Down to 3-2. 2-2.
No. I'm sorry for doing that. I got ahead of myself. Or, well, I'm sorry for forcing Lee to do that. But hey, at least he's on base. So now, if Hae-Sung Kim can come through with a base hit here, Lee could score. So much for that. Yeah, this will definitely be the last series that Phil Lee plays. And then we'll call it a stream. Oh, I see Jonathan Aranda is back up in the majors. I don't know why he was down in the minors. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Counts 1-0. Hey.
700th career RBI. Oh, congrats to Alonso.
He's out.
Double play. Come on, turn it. Got it! And that's the ball game. Phillies take a 4-1 win over the Nationals. They win the series. Now going for the sweep in the next game. Phil Lee, not bad of a game. A home run, a single, 3 RBIs. Only one more to go. Ooh, I'm kind of close here. Guess I won't be able to do my recap later. Oh! Dang, Christopher Sanchez not having a good game. 5-0 in only the first inning. Could be even more if there's another base hit here. All right, maybe the Phillies can claw their way back. Maybe Phil Lee can help out. Oh, not on that fly ball. Oh, look at this. See? They're calm. Phillies don't give up. And he's got it. To end the inning. What a play. 5-4 now. Lee could tie up the game with a home run here. Or he's just going to hit an extra base hit and get in scoring position. There is that. Who the heck is Kevin Kelly? Nope, can't advance on that. Looking at strike 3, really, Marchand? A runner in scoring position, and they can't drive in the run? That one might looks No, caught at the wall. There we go. The game is tied. Lee could, with one base hit, could give the Phillies the lead. Heads up. Don't know who the third base coach is for the Phillies, but whoever it is, heads up. I feel like that's going to get caught. Yeah, warning track. Missed opportunity there for Lee. No doubt. Lee, get on base. No, he cannot. Too eager McBeaver right there. Ooh. Phillies have a 6-5 lead. Just need the final out here. And they got it. And that's the ball game. The Philadelphia Phillies complete the comeback on the Nationals. They win the series. They sweep the Nationals in Philadelphia. Philly did not have the greatest of games, but he did have a 5-for-10 series with a home run and 3 RBIs. As long as the Phillies are winning, that's all that really matters. Alrighty, guys, that's going to do it for me. So thank you to everyone who tuned in. Even if it was only for a moment, I greatly appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to follow me here on Twitch and or subscribe. Either one would make me a happy person. If you're watching this on YouTube, I thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you liked the video and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to know when I go live, you can follow me on X at TTV NextJGGen24. It's my gamer tag that's on the left side of your screen there. So go give me a follow. I'll usually post whenever I go live. You can also turn on notifications here on Twitch. That way Twitch sends you an email every time I start up a stream. So Philly got off to a bit of a rough start to end January or end April. Despite the Phillies sweeping the Mets, he went hitless in that series. He went hitless in the first 2 games against the Chicago Cubs and finally hit a home run to break the hitless streak. And then he followed it back up with some nice series against the White Sox, the Pirates, the Washington Nationals, where he got the cycle, the Blue Jays, where he absolutely hit phenomenally, and he went 5-for-10 in the series against Washington. So a nice bounce back from Phil Lee, and we're only in the final full week or we're about to cross into the final full week of May. So, when we pick this back up, that's where we'll be. So I hope to see you all on Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern. And until then, guys, have a good night and have a great weekend. See ya!